So, good afternoon. Today I'm going to have a video presentation of how I implemented my program. So first, I have a student class which holds the reference of the variables needed. So I have three variables. First is the string name, second is the int age, and third is the int count. So student string name, I mean, so I created a constructor which sets the name and the age of the inputted character, and I also have a method which doesn't return any data type. So, and I have a get count method which returns the count. So let's move on. So as you can see here, this is my backbone class, which represents all the features of the system. So first, I have a student stud which represents the head of the this represents the head of the node. Oh, and by the way, I used singly linked list in my program, array list and array and two-dimensional arrays. And this count will be used later, which counts the number of inputted datas and scanner input so that I can input something. Oh wait, I don't. Oh no, I don't need this anymore. Sorry about that. It's because I converted my what do you call that? I converted it all into a JOption pane. And after this is the private string name, a private string of arrays of string, by the way. This is the months, which has a length of 12, and array list for the names and array list for the ages. It will be used later. And the undeclared two-dimensional array which stores scores, and array of int and array of string, and these two arrays holds the best students each month. And then so we created a constructor which sets the head to null. So I have a main menu here which returns the choice here. And I have a show main menu which displays the main menu, and as you can see here, I called the main menu with a parameter of choice, which is this, so that my main menu will be displayed in the program later on. And I used while loop so that if it will infinitely loop unless we use the system.exit method. So on, I have the switch cases. Case 1 is to add a student, and case 2 is to display the student information. Case 3 is to add marks. Case 4 is to display the best student. Case 5 is to display the student records, and case 6 will be the system.exit. So I put the JOption pane confirm dialog here, so that if yes, it will continue to exit, and if it is no, it will show the main menu again and then break. And if it is an invalid input, let's say you inputted the 7 which is not on the it is not on the, it will just prompt a statement invalid input. And so if I have a is empty method here, returns true if the student, the head is equals to null. So I have a add student here. So first is the enter student name, which is stored in the name variable, and age, int age. Oh, and I use integer that parse int here since JOptionPane that show input dialog just accepts, JOptionPane just accepts string. So I converted the int age into a string. Also, I call the node here, which is the student, here, the student class. Then I declared an object, and then this sets the name and the age. So if new student that next, the new student that next will have the value of the head, which is the stud, and here the stud, and the head will have the value of the new student, which is this, which holds the name and the age. And I added the name and the age at the array list of ages and names, and also prompt the statement student added if it is done, and then I incremented the count plus plus so that the count will automatically add. Okay, then display student info. So if the head is empty, if the list is empty, then I will just show that it will just prompt a statement which states that you don't have students yet, and error message, it's a type of error message. Then after this is, since it is really hard to convert a system.out.print into a JOptionPane, I just use string. I just set string variables into empty strings, and then what I just added the str. So str is empty, then plus equals, so str equals str plus get names.get sub get then I, so I get the zero index of the array list, and then I also get the 0 index of the array list ages. Then the str format is this str format was given a value of names, then th, and then I inputted it. I called this, I call the str and str format here. And if you're wondering why I use new JText area, it's because the t here, the backslash t, the backslash or slash, but because it doesn't work on a normal what do you call that, a normal JOptionPane, that's why I use JText area. So, and then so that the backslash t will be effective for better, what do you call that, better visualizations. Then here this method adds the student, so it adds a mark for each student every month. So as you can see here, if it is empty, then it will just prompt the statement you don't have students yet. And if it is not empty, I have a two-dimensional array here, which has a subscript of months.length, which is 12, and the incremented count, which is 1. And then if you're wondering why I declared this ints in two-dimensional array of store scores and doesn't have any value, then I initialized it here. because the reason for that is because later on I will store the scores, the inputted scores into the two-dimensional array, which is store scores. And this int highest will be what they call that, a storage, and as well as the string the best. Then this nested for loop asks the user for an input, and then after that this nested for loop again gets the best scorer of gets the best student of each month. So then after this, the highest, which is empty, I initialized it into the score. The score is I and row 0. It's column 0. Then as well as the best, which I initialized into the names that get 0, so the first name. So inside the inside loop is if highest, which is the score sub 0 and 0, is lesser than score sub 0 and 0, then it will not return here. So the highest will be I shouldn't be explaining this anymore. It's just my implementation. Sorry about that. The video will only get long. Then here the display student. Oh no, I just changed mine. I'll just explain it here. Then if highest is lesser than score, so the highest here is 0 sub 0, and has the row and column of 0, and it will get compared to the score 0 and 0 also. So if highest, highest is not lesser than score sub 0 to sub 0. It's because it's the same element. So all we need to do is we just move on here, which storage sub 0 is equals to highest, and store sub I is equals to the best. Then it will increment the j++. So it's still 0 here if highest. So here, if highest, so 0 sub 0 is lesser than score sub 0 and 1. Wait, oh yeah, 0 and 1. So if the next student is higher than the current student, then the current student will be replaced by the next student as the highest among the students, and then it will just get the name here. And if that happens, the highest will get stored here, which is the storage sub I, and the highest score rather, and the student with the highest grade will be stored here, the best, and then the best will be stored in the store sub I array. So, oh, by the way, the storage and store sub I array has a length of 12, same as the length of the months. Then after that is we will display the best students. So if it's empty, then it will just prompt an error, and if it is not empty, it will, as you can see here, it will print the, oh no, I just stored it in here. So SDR months sub I, so January, then store, which is the name of the storage of the name of the best students, and the storage which is the storage of the marks, the highest marks. And then I stored the str into the str all, and then I printed it here, displayed it here in the JText area, str all, and then it's a plain message. Then after that is the student records. So as you can see, this is where I will use this multi-dimensional array. This is very efficient, very useful in displaying, or it played a big part in displaying the student records. Then the student records, I have a int temp. Then you must, oh wait, actually this int temp doesn't have any use logically, but I declared it there because that is what its size is what I used in my, so please bear with it. So here is the for names. So this is the storage, the string for name is the storage of the names that I will get. Then in this nested loop, I use the temp.length, then at first rotation, if counter, so I have it will just what do you call this? It will just loop around here, or it will just skip all the ifs statement, because so if the no. So if the counter is equals to 0, so I set the counter to 0, then so it will add the str will be added with a new line and month sub I, so meaning the January. And if this is just so imagine if we have a length, we have one student. So if CTR counter, if 0 divided by temp j that length, which is 1, so 0 divided by 1 is not, since it is not, 0 divided by 1 is not equals to 0, so it will just skip this if statement. So then the counter here, then if the counter divided by 1 is equals to 0, then it will print months and the n, and then it will also print here, since counter is equals to 1 and temp j, which is the length of 1, is equals to 0, so we have a double new line now. So that's the logic that's my logic into displaying the records into my JOption pane, or show message dialog, so that the visualization will be much more, much more pleasant in the eyes. So I stored it here, so the added the t \t and the added for names, which is printed before the str. This is the str. The current str now has the value of all the methods. Not methods, I'm sorry about that. All the months, the scores, and the names of the students. And then I just printed it, displayed it using the JOption pane and the JText area, because I needed this \t that doesn't work on JOption pane. And then that is the end of my program. And wait, I just saved this for a while. And then this is my main class. So it just calls the center system. I mean, made an object of the center system, which I name C, and I just call the show main menu method in the center system class. So let's try out our program. So this is the option pane. So first it will prompt the main menu, and then let's add a student. So enter student name. So let's try Edgar. Then enter age. Let's try 19. Student added. Then let's display the student info. Then student info is 19. Then let's add another student. Let's name it Klee. Then let's set the age. Then display info. It will just store here in the JText area. And then let's add a mark for the two students. So let's make January Edgar a 5 and 5 wait. Let's make it 10 and oh no, I input 19. Oh, it's okay. Then let's make Edgar the best student from January to June. Okay. Then 1, 20 until June. Okay. May, June. So this is the last. Then from July to December, let's make Klee the best student. Then let's add 10. Klee 32. And okay. Then let's show the best student each month. So the expected output should be Edgar will be the best student from January to June, and Klee will be the best student from July to December. So let's input a 4. So as you can see here, oh wait, I actually inputted Klee as bigger as Edgar. I'm sorry about that. So that's okay. Oh wait, no. Then the student record. Then as you can see here, Edgar. So this is where I got wrong, because I inputted 87 for Klee and 76 for Edgar. I'm sorry about that, guys. And this displays the student record of their student records and their progress each month. Done. That's all, and thank you. Oh wait, no, not. Let's exit first. Then when I click exit, it will ask if do you really want to exit, and I don't. Let's try if no, I don't really want to exit first. Then let's okay. Then let's exit now for real. That's all. Thank you.